Hi there! Welcome back to our channel, and before anything else, don't forget to click the subscribe button if you want to know more tips on how you can leverage your business, sell more, and earn more. A good product sells itself is a phrase we've all heard. If only that were true for everyone. People may wait in line for the latest iPhone, but it's not just because of the product. Also, Apple has spent decades building a strong brand reputation, a unique customer experience, and great customer service. One perk of a great sales experience is the phone. No matter what the product is, a skilled and well informed salesperson will always beat one who isn't ready. So if you want to boost your sales, keep watching until the end of this videos for 11 tips and strategies that will help you boost your numbers and move forward. First, explore new sales techniques. Sales is one of the fields that changes the most quickly. Social, economic, and emotional changes in the market make it hard to keep up with trends and the best ways to do things. If you want to get better at selling, the best thing you can do is be interested in learning new ways to sell. Trying new things is a surefire way to improve your chances, whether you're looking for the right way to close that one hard sale or trying to get more sales overall. If you're looking for resources, you might want to look at annual sales trend reports. Every year, a lot of companies put out these kinds of reports which you can use to learn about the current sales landscape and what you can do to be successful. Second, find out what you can. In a perfect world, a prospect is interested in what you're selling and wants to buy it, so you don't have to work too hard to get them to buy. But if you haven't done your work, you can't have it that easy. Spend some time learning as much as you can about your qualified leads. If you already know the answers to some of these questions, you should be ready with follow up questions. Asking your prospect questions is a great way to get them to sell themselves. Many people don't want to be told what they need, but if you get any of your prospects to open up, they're more likely to trust you and ask you about a possible solution. Third, for complicated sales, try spin selling. Sometimes you have to make a sale that is hard or complicated, and your tried and true strategies don't work. Spin selling is a good choice right now. Different kinds of questions are represented by the letters. S is for situation, P is for problem, I is for implication, and N is payoff need. The main goal of spin sellings is to help you find out more about the unique needs and pain points of a prospect. Instead of focusing on making the sale, you work with your prospect to solve serious problems in their company and look at the benefits of finding a solution. It's a deeper look at the sales questions we talk about above. In some situations, you don't have to sell your product. You just have to show a prospect why investing in something that will help them is a good idea. Fourth, adopt a consultative sales approach. In 2021, 81% of people who bought something did research online first. If a prospect does their homework, they probably already know about you and your company, so they don't need a basic pitch. Instead, you should help them find a product that will solve their problem. If someone looks into your product after clicking on more than one ad, you don't have to win their interest. You just have to build your brand's credibility and give them the best customer service and advice you can. In consultative selling, you assume that the person you're talking to wants to buy. If you assume this, you should never force them to buy something. All you have to do is answer any questions they might have along the way. This way of selling is especially good for business to business sales. When your prospect works in business, they usually know what they want before you start talking to them about buying. You get further if you can respect the research they've done and meet them on equal ground. Fifth, personalize your sales presentations. We know how hard it is to get a sales presentation just right, so this can seem like too much work. But keep in mind that one of the most important parts of our presentation is to offer specific solutions to specific problems. Not every prospect will have the same problem, so this is a key part of your presentation. What does their brand stand for? Who buys their products? What are their biggest problems? What product do they use right now? If you're far enough along in the sales pipeline to be giving a sales presentation, you should be able to answer those questions and work the answers into your pitch. Sixth, pay attention to the person, not the product. You believe in your company and product, and it probably shows your pitches. In the current market, unfortunately, companies don't sell products, they sell experiences. In fact, 80% of customers say they are more likely to do business with a company if they have a good experience with it. 80% of customers say they're more likely to do business with a company if they have a good experience with it. That doesn't mean your product isn't important, but you should think about whether it should be the main focus of your sales plan. We've talked a little bit about this before, but today it's hard to find truly unique products. On the market today, there is a lot of competition. Your company probably doesn't have the money to make new features and products every week. So the best way to win customers is to give them a better, more personalized experience. Personal selling takes longer than selling products, but it pays off with a higher number of repeat customers and people who tell their friends about your business. Seventh, stick to a strict code of conduct. The ends justify the means. Doesn't work anymore. If you lie to make a sale, it's not only wrong and gross, but it can also hurt your business. Selling in an honest way is always the best way to go. This strategy is all about putting the customer's needs first and being honest about how your product or service can make their lives better. It makes assured that your products and your brand can stand up to the public scrutiny. If a customer asks about a feature of your product that it doesn't have, don't tell them a lie. You'll end up with an angry customer and an item that has to be returned. Instead, be honest about what the product doesn't have and then focus on what it does have. You can even use this as a chance to cross sell a better product if you have one that fits the customer's needs better. Ethical selling is not only the right thing to do from a moral point of view, but it also helps you gain customer trust because you put honesty ahead of tricks. Eighth, anticipate sales objections. Sales objections are normal no matter how high up you go in the business. Always be ready for sales objections so you can get rid of them and get back to talking about the good things. You don't have to overcome all of these objections. If a prospect can't get out of contract they already have with another company, they won't buy from you. But based on what you know about the prospect, try to guess which objections you might hear. If you have a response ready, you won't be caught off guard when someone objects. For example, there are a few things you can do if a prospect complains about the price. First, offer a way to pay. Focus on the value of the product instead of how much it costs. Start a conversation with them about the prices of similar products. And if this is a better way to get them to act than telling them to just buy it. Ninth, only upsell and cross sell when it makes sense to. Upselling and cross selling are tricky, but here's what you need to know to make them work. When to bring them up in a conversation. Having an idea of who might be interested. When it comes to upselling or cross selling, many companies use a one size fits all approach, but that's not always the best way to make money. If I try to sell yet another product to a prospect who just barely made it over the finish line, for example, they might leave the company. It takes time for new customers to become loyal to a brand and like a product. Because of this, upselling and cross selling work best with customers who keep coming back. People who already like your products are more likely to be interested in more pitches because they trust your company and know the value of what you're offering. Everyone wants to sell as much as possible, but it's important to look at each customer and make sure that the offer won't hurt them more than help them. 10th, don't worry so much about closing. If all you care about is making sales, it's time to switch gears. Even if your main goal is to meet or beat your quota, you won't be successful if you worry about the numbers. When you only care about closing the deal and not about the rest of the sales process, your prospects are more likely to turn away from you. They can tell when you only care about the deal and not about them. When you focus on the close and not on the sales journey, you're more likely to turn off your prospects. Instead, Work on making each step of your sales pipeline stronger and start to see each step as a win. When a potential buyer contacts you, that's a win. A win is getting a prospect to agree to a first meeting. A win is making a long term connection with a possible client. At the end of the day, you don't have much say over whether a prospect buys something or not. The best you can do is build a strong relationship with the client and give them a solution they can't wait to buy. 11. Use a CRM to keep track of your sales. We can't say this enough. If you don't use the CRM to track your sales, communications, and other customer data, you're already behind the competition. With a powerful CRM like Zendesk Sell, you can track your sales, KPIs, and data with more speed and accuracy than ever before. You can also give your team 24/7 access to client profiles, define prospects into groups, and automate your sales pipeline. When your CRM takes care of the busy work, you have more time and energy to spend with your prospects. Thank you so much, guys, for listening. Again, don't forget to click the subscribe button if you want to stay updated for the next episode. Bye for now.